and not at all loud.
What's that?
Exactly, not at all loud.
Want to film?
Morning, everyone.
Open up the
How
box.
you all doing? Good. Good to see you. Bit colder than planned, right? Not ideal, but it's going to be a good race, I think.
Awesome.
Exactly. Very good.
Du willst auf den Nürburgring?
Ah, ihr seid aus Deutschland?
Ja.
Okay. Dürft ihr denn Rennen geflogen, oder wie?
Nein.
Okay.
Sie macht Social Media für Besoffenen.
Ah, okay. Wie kam das denn?
Das erzählen wir gleich.
Ah, okay. Cool. Sorry. Bit of German in between.
That's okay.
Alrighty.
Well, say.
Yeah. So I'm Sheldon van der Linde, driving on the number 24 hybrid V8. Driving with Dries Vantor. He's my teammate, two of the youngest drivers in the team. So it can cause a bit of chaos at times, but yeah, we like to put our heart or wear our heart on our sleeve and put everything out there as much as possible. We're starting from 4th on the grid today, so we have a bit of work to do to get on the podium, but we definitely think that we have the pace to get a P3 or even better. We hope the rain stays away. Our car is definitely better in the dry, so we're hoping it stays dry. And then Dries will be starting the race. The qualifying driver always has to start, and I'll be getting in after him for about 2 hours after that. So that's the plan. Yeah. That's my teammate.
Hello guys. So for us today is a bit more of a struggle because the qualifying didn't work as we hoped for. A bit further behind the sister car on P10, but obviously it's a 2 hour 40 minute race. There are for sure opportunities to gain positions, maybe also to gamble a little bit with strategy, and hopefully we can make up some positions. We also changed a little bit the setup, to improve the balance as we struggled with the balance the whole weekend. And yeah, I think the main target is, to gain positions, to fight for a good race result for both cars, obviously, and yeah, hopefully gain and then collect solid points for this weekend.
And you guys are both the finishing drivers, right? So Dries and Philip will start. You'll finish. Great. All right. We'll look forward to seeing you both on the podium at the end. In the meantime, we have your steering wheel here.
Yeah.
And let's go through it.
Yeah. So this is our steering wheel. Let's start with the easy part, with the backside of the steering wheel. Basically, we have here the upshift and the downshift pedal. The two lower pedals are the clutch pedal. So basically, you just need to pull one pedal off the clutch, and then you can drive off. This is really a driver favor. Either you pull the left or the right pedal. It actually, for me, it always depends. If we have the pit ball on the left or on the right. So either I steer to left or right. That's then basically I use either the left or the right clutch pedal. Then on top we have some pedals where we have some function on the car, where we can set up some things. Here we have two buttons on the left and the right. That's the indicator. We usually don't need the indicator in a race car. But
Except when I'm coming from the back, then I show you that you should move to the right.
So yeah, we have the indicator button, but we barely use it. Then the front part. My most favorite button is the flash button, which is the high beam. So obviously you always try, to put some pressure on the competition in front of you. Then the pit button is the pit speed limiter. When we come into the pits, here on that side we have the radio button, so we can talk to the race engineer. Also the race engineer can talk to us. It's quite important for strategy calls, maybe some updates on the balance of the car, so they can give us some ideas to change settings or also to adapt the tire pressures for the next outing, for the next spin. Then we have here a couple of rotaries where we have a lot of function in the car to change, like diff function. We can change some settings on traction control, on power steering. So there are a lot of functions in.
This is my favorite one.
The drink button.
The drink button.
What do you have in?
There's no beer inside, but
what a shame.
On a hot day like this, it's nice to have some water in the helmet. So we have a drink tube that we suck on basically, and this sprays it into your mouth. So it's super convenient, especially on hot days, not like today. where you're doing longer races of 6, 8 hours, 24 hours. You definitely need that to stay hydrated.
This is the full course yellow button. Here in IMSA, we don't really need it. In WEC, there are different rules. So in the WEC, the guys like Sheldon, Reese, they do both championships. They actually need the full course yellow button because there you have the virtual safety car or full course yellow, where you have the mandatory speed limit of 8. I think it's 80, right? 80 kph.
80 kph, yeah. The wiper button we might need today. It works like a normal road car pretty much. So you push the button and then you can set the wiper speed by clicking it twice. So sometimes it's quite difficult to know if it's on or not. These are brake settings, brake migration.
Brake bias.
Brake bias, exactly. So different engine modes that we use. So for example, mode 12 is always for the outlap for cold tires to heat up the brakes, heat up the systems. We would normally go to mode 3 and confirm with the OK button on the left side. And we change this quite a lot throughout the race, depending on if we're attacking or defending. And then the wet mode is obviously the blue at the bottom. So if it's wet, we have a different mode to put on the screen heating and all that stuff. That's pretty much it. Any questions?
Changing driving modes, right? But are you allowed to change it by yourself, or you need to get a command from an engineer? Or...
It really depends. Most of the time, you get a call from the engineer.
Okay.
But obviously, like those mode changes, as Sheldon explained, like we have a warm-up page, then we have a race page, a running mode. This we can change by our own feeling, basically. We can also change the brake bias, like the traction control here on the top. We can change also ourselves on those settings where we have like diff options and other tools. There we usually get a recommendation from the engineers and then we do the change.
Okay. Could engineers change anything in the car over the air, or the car needs to be in the pit?
No, you're not allowed to change anything from the pit wall, so they always have to instruct us what to do, and we do it manually from the car. We're not allowed to actually access the car from the pit wall.
Okay.
It's a rule, yeah.
So for not sure who's driving, if the flashers are going off all the time, that's you, right?
Exactly.
And the blue one, what is this one?
This is brake migration. So here you change the brake bias. That's actually the first thing you do for braking. And then you can change here the migration. So during the brake phase, how it migrates more to the front, more to the rear.
During your braking operation, it will adjust the bias?
Yes, you can shift it either more to the front, more to the rear. And also even during the brake phase, you can change the migration. And that's basically what those two thumb wheels are doing.
And on the screen, what do you have? That's your full display?
On the display, you on this side you have basically all the infos you need for the tires, so tire pressure, tire temp. You have the gear, the speed. You have the fastest lap time and the last lap time. Then you have here on top, you have like all the numbers of the settings, like what we just said: brake bias, brake migration, traction control. So you have all the numbers. And if you do a change, you immediately see the number increases or decreases. So you are aware of the changes. So basically the screen is fully overloaded.
It looks like a Christmas tree sometimes because everything's in different colors and it's fully... there's a lot more info on here than you would see on your road car, for example. And info that we need as a driver that, we obviously adjust the settings and we can see a change at the top.
You also immediately see, for example, if a tire pressure is too low or too high, it will change the color. So you're immediately aware if there's an issue or if you are maybe too low, so you still need to warm them up.
What is like one of the most important number they need to see on the screen? It really depends.
The lap time.
If the lap time is green, it's always good.
Did you explain the two?
This is the traction control. So we have the TCA, TCB. TCA is at the very initial throttle pickup where the traction control controls you. And then TCB is, let's say, the late exit. So the late phase of the throttle where you also can tune it.
But it's not a stability control. It's traction.
Yeah. It's traction control, yeah.
Exactly.
So different than your road.
That would be an insult to our driving if we had stability control.
Maybe we need it sometimes here and there.
Especially in the wet.
What is the biggest difference in rules we see racing in IMSA versus racing like at World Championship, for example?
It's probably the rules in the race. So in IMSA, there's always resets. So there's a lot of safety cars, whereas in WEC there's sometimes full course yellows, which keeps the gaps between the cars. and gets resumed again. So we always say in IMSA, it's a lot easier to win when you're starting at the back because a lot of the strategies are a bit random, and even if you're a lap down, you can always get it back at some point. Whereas in WEC, if you have that gap, it's very difficult to recover again. So you could say that in WEC, qualifying is a lot more important, whereas in IMSA, strategy in the race is a lot more important to end up winning or on the podium. Yeah.
And a quick reaction to unpredictable situations.
Exactly. This is way more fun to compute. Yeah.
Any final questions?
Thank you guys.
Have fun. Thank you so much.
Wish us luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.